evening. This is Miss Poopee Doodee, world's most determined reporter, reporting for Channel 666 Eyewitness News. In news today, I'm Miss Poopee Doodee. I'm not just feeling very determined today. I think I'm suffering from writer's block, creative block. I can't seem to think of anything to say to all you viewers who eagerly tuned in this week. I know there are ways to recover from this creative block, but I'm not sure how. You know when you're getting writer's block because even the camera doesn't want to focus on you anymore. Come on, how can a camera automatically point itself upwards without you turning it, even if it's on a tripod? Okay, sometimes even when the camera is not being very helpful, despite the fact that it's on the tripod, how did it automatically move like that? Now it's just not even aiming at me correctly. I'm beginning to think that even the camera is so bored because I've got a creative block, it just doesn't want to film me anymore. Something must be wrong with this camera. I wonder what it is. But you see, everyone out there, I just can't think of anything to say. So one of the viewers wrote in and told me, one thing that I should do is try talking to the cat. Sometimes that could help, sometimes that may not. Well, hello there, cat. I'm trying to talk to you to relieve my creative block, and I'm hoping that talking to you will help. Let's see if the block could be removed. Nope, unfortunately that viewer's suggestion did not work. So a second viewer wrote in and said another way to try and get rid of the creative block is to take 2 seashells and place it against your ear. Now for those of you who are wondering where do you find seashells, you can actually pick these up at a beach. But picking up seashells can be very dangerous, especially if you're picking it up at the Far Rockaway beach because there's so many crack needles and then there's seashells. It's a really sad state of affairs that we're in today. But anyway, these are 2 seashells placed against the ear of Miss Poopee Doodee. And is this inspiring in any way? Let's see, what do I hear? Do I hear the ocean? No, I don't hear the ocean. Do I hear my voice very loudly? Yes, I do. Do I hear the echoes of my voice very loudly? Why, yes I do. Is this helping me in any way? I'm not sure. Is this going to give me a headache? Well, I don't know. Is my creative block removed? No, it's not! Another viewer has told me that maybe I should just lie down and completely relax. Let the spirits come out and relax me. And just don't think of anything like being creative. Because thinking how to be creative doesn't always work. So I'm trying to relax by lying down. And the viewer also suggested that I close my eyes. But it's really hard to close your eyes because you don't know what's going to happen when you close your eyes. But I will try and close my eyes and see. This couldn't possibly be working. First of all, I've said close your eyes like 20 times. How could that work? How could this even be airable? Damn it! What does damn end with an N? Do you ever pronounce the last N in the word damn? Another viewer even told me to stick my head into a freezer. Do I look crazy? Do I really look crazy? Why am I following this viewer's advice to enhance my creative block? Sticking my head in a freezer isn't always going to help. Hey! But you gotta think about brain freeze. There must be some truth to that. Another viewer suggested that perhaps I, Miss Poopee Doodee, can gain my creativity back by being more quiet, by speaking in a very low, soft tone by being as quiet as this plant that you see beside me, by trying not to say things too loudly, because that sometimes makes people get a headache. So I'm going to try to actually speak in a lower tone and see maybe if I can be inspired in some way to think of something, of some interesting thing I could think about, and then maybe I could tell Miss Divine about it, and then Miss Divine could bring Senor Nacho and Mr. Weirdman out, and then we can all just talk about these things and start, coming together more and being united, because you know what they say, united we fall, divided, I'm sorry, I meant to say united we stand, and then I believe they say something, divided we fall, and I'm just going to put myself to sleep right now. The soft tones, it really is so. So what have you learned today, boys and girls? Have you learned anything? Because maybe the lesson learned today is that nothing was supposed to be learned today. And you can't really expect to learn something today. I mean, how many of you have gone to school and learned nothing? How many of you have spent years and years and years in high school and learned nothing? How many of you have spent years and years in college and learned nothing? Well, that all depends. I mean, if you do a liberal arts degree, what do you expect? But anyway, you spent years and years and years and years, and then you learn nothing. And so what? If just within a few minutes of this show, you learned nothing, it's certainly not the end of the world. Because maybe one thing that we've learned is that putting the angle at different cameras, putting the camera at different angles, sometimes can create an illusion, a mystery. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that at all. But today's lesson is that, there is no lesson. Today's news report, there is no news either. Hey, but then again, does it really matter if there is no news? I mean, put it on the news channel. Are you really getting news? So once again, this is Poopee Doodee, world's most determined reporter, reporting for channel 6666. 6666. I'm sorry. Again, I mentioned the channel number, wrong again. I meant to say reporting for channel 666 Eyewitness News. Thank you all and good night.